What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Dense Pixels Podcast. I'm your host, Brad, joined by my co-hosts, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
So,
very enthusiastic.
Oh, it is an enthusiastic Terrence.
My name. I don't
because
so exciting about this show. We can
well,
move on into the headlines.
What we've been playing? Oh, okay.
No, we can skip that part because no one has been playing anything. I've been playing Dragon Ball Z.
Well, look, let's first hear from our good friend Micah on the whimsy of SoulCalibur VI.
Yeah,
that he's been playing.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was bad.
I like SoulCalibur. I like SoulCalibur VI. It's fun. The new thing is this like reversal edge system, right? And I guess the closest thing I can relate to, compare it to, is like a combo breaker in Killer Instinct, but you can do this like with a couple button presses. It's like a parry move, and if someone is wailing on you, you can quickly press like 2 buttons to initiate a parry. Once the animation starts, you have to see it through, and then you can hold it or you can, parry instantly. It's different from the guard impact. Guard impact is a traditional parry where you press forward and guard, and you parry their move, and you have frame advantage. What this is, I guess this is more like the Injustice thing. This is more like the Injustice Clash system, where you press a couple buttons and you initiate the clash, and they have a rock paper scissors style battle where like horizontal attacks beat kicks beat verticals, and verticals beat horizontals, or something like that, right?
Didn't Tekken 7 have a similar clash system in it as well?
Tekken 7 had like a burst mode or some shit like that.
Yeah, it had an X factor. Tekken 7 had an X factor, and it had super moves. I think Tekken 7 was the first one to introduce super moves. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It harkens back to like, it takes the best bits of 4 and 5, and which is basically guard impact, and kind of puts that into SoulCalibur 2. It's a pretty good game. But if you're not like hardcore into fighters, I'd wait to pick it up. To be perfectly honest with you.
Does it wash the bad taste of SoulCalibur V out of fans' mouths for the series?
Absolutely, it does. Yes, absolutely, it does. And I'm having fun with the character creator. I created.
So is the rest of the SoulCalibur community from.
Yeah, apparently
so far
they like making big dicks on lizard men for some shit. And it's just really odd because then you pick Voldo, and then Voldo's fighting style is nothing but a bunch of hip gyrations. So you see this fucking this lizard man like doing a crab walk with a giant penis just sticking out from his crotch. It's hilarious, man.
I found it a little weird.
It is weird. It's very weird. But, and of course, internet, right? It's the first thing you do. You want to make dicks with any character creator. But, yeah, it's fun. I made a couple Bushido Browns. I made a Blade. I made an Aquaman. I made a Doctor Strange. So, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'd pay $40 for it if I were you. I'd wait for a sale. This seems like a game. We spoke about this last week. This seems like a game that is gonna go on sale pretty quickly.
Yeah, how long do you see yourself playing it? Honestly, it's a fighting game.
Micah, let me ask you this question: do you see yourself playing it for at least 20 hours and 43 minutes?
It's a very specific amount of time.
It is a very specific amount of time. I'm curious because if you played it for more than 20 hours and 43 minutes, then you would be playing it for longer than a user by the name of Apparition 718 on PS4 has been playing this little game that you may have heard of around these parts called Destiny 2.
What? How the fuck do you even know?
How do I know? There's a lovely app called Wasted on Destiny where you can type in anyone's username and find out exactly how much time.
That's a fucking invasion of privacy. What is that? I don't even know when the hell I bought it. Was it Friday? What about on Friday?
I'll find out because you made a public declaration.
You did.
I think it was Friday when I bought it. But the thing is, I had when you downloaded the something popped up on my computer. When you downloaded the game for free, it downloaded everything.
It's
like
true.
It does
download all the updates, and then you just need to purchase the
basically the key.
Packs. Right.
But the expansion pack's already there. Thing is, prior to the sale that they had, you talked about it last week, you had to buy the expansion pack separately in order to even be able to play Forsaken. You had to have the other two. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not doing that because that'd have been like $60. But they had a sale, $33.99. I think it's still good until the end of this week or some shit like that. $33.99. I got the base game for free, so I paid less than y'all niggas did. So that's cool.
You did.
Hey, congratulations! Like the $1 Million Man said, everybody's got a price.
It was 30.
So much for your strong-willed convictions, there, buddy.
It lasted a year. Shut up, nigga. I bought it Friday night. I think.
Nah, you bought it Saturday.
Saturday, whatever. I've been playing it all weekend.
You damn right you have.
Yeah, all fucking weekend. Like I don't. But some of that time was my system being on.
No, actually, I'm sorry, Terrence. They only count the time that you're actually in an activity. You don't get the skirt. Yeah, I'm positive. You don't get the skirt on that, buddy.
I don't believe you. But anyway,
like a tower, you're cruising in orbit. That clock ain't running, my dude.
I don't believe it. But anyway, I picked it up and I played it all weekend.
So I take it you like it?
It's Destiny. It's Destiny. I don't know what to tell you. If you've played Destiny, is it? There's a no. I can't say that because there's a lot of shit going on in that fucking game. I don't know.
You came in during
you picked the fuck. I called it Destiny Hell Week because there was people bitched during the base game during year one that there wasn't enough to do. There was too much to do this weekend because you had the fucking start of Festival of the Lost and the Haunted Forest, and I did get that 600 fucking auto rifle. You bet your fucking sweet ass I did, because I'm gonna be getting nice powerful drops here from now on. So you had that going on. You had the fucking Iron Banner with double and triple valor in Crucible going on all weekend. It was fucking maximum curse week. So if you're trying to grind out Gambit to get the fucking the heroic boss to spawn so you could start the Malfeasance quest, that was in there. The fucking Ikelos shotgun was the weapon of the week for Escalation Protocol, so I was trying to grind the shit out of that as well. Didn't do very well doing that grind.
I don't even know what the hell Escalation Protocol is.
It is a horde mode that is exclusively on Mars that you can do.
Oh, so that's what that was. Okay, yeah. I've done that. I didn't know I was doing it.
Yeah, if you beat all 7 waves, you get a powerful gear drop from, or not a powerful gear drop, but you get a legendary drop from the boss. And this week, and it rotates what weapon is available. And this week is the fucking shotgun, which is like the best shotgun in the game, basically. Mm-hmm. But I've not gotten that yet because you have to grind it out to get it to drop, and not enough people hang around the fucking site to grind it out with me because they suck. So, but yeah, there was too much fucking Destiny shit going on this week, and poor you had to sit there and grind through the campaign instead of joining on the fun.
Well, I started the campaign. I'm still not done with the Forsaken campaign. I don't even know how. I got to take out the 8 bosses or whatever. I don't even know how far into it I am. But I was gonna go through the normal campaign. I was at level 17 and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't feel like doing this anymore." And I hit that. And I used the little token to get to 30. But I was still only power level 3. They put you at 320.
Yeah, it's like 320 or 330, I think.
Yeah, it's 320. And I was like, I still couldn't do shit. It was 320.
Yeah, that
So
I mean, but that grind, the grind to 500 doesn't take that long usually.
No, I'm at 504.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went from 320 to 504. I've only been able to upgrade one weapon or infuse one weapon because you need all kinds of crazy shit that you just got to grind. Like what are those things called? The main things.
The masterwork cores are the hardest thing.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's they put that in there specifically to slow down the rate of infusion, because before they updated it, it was way too easy to infuse stuff, and people would just basically use the same cycle of like 6 weapons, and that was it. So they wanted to encourage people to use more guns, so they made it a much more difficult thing to infuse. They're balancing that out a little bit. They're going to add more ways to get masterwork cores.
Yeah, how do you get them? I mean, I got them because I just got lucky with breaking down like a legendary, I think, I got one.
You get some from dismantling,
and then you can buy some from Spider.
Right, that's one. And then also, like the weekly bounty for the Haunted Forest this week, gave you 7 if you completed that, which is a lot of masterwork cores to get in one shot.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot. Yeah. I did one go around of the Haunted Forest, and I got some stuff from that. I'm terrible at Crucible. I'm awful. Like I have to get back. I used to be pretty good, but you know.
Yeah, that's just ring rust. Especially with how they like grade you now, where it's like, hey, I gotta. It's like Harlem Nights, right? Like you got all them motherfuckers shooting them people, and then the one motherfucker with the pop gun, psh, psh, the person dies. He gets
the fucking point. Like, oh, okay, wow, that's cool. But no, I jumped into Crucible just to do like the daily whatever to pick up the legendaries. For that, I played one match of Gambit and we lost miserably. And I'm like, I still don't know what the fuck we're doing in Gambit. I played one match and I'm like, I haven't the slightest idea how it works. But the thing is, we lost. But then when I looked at the fucking stats, I was at the top of my team. I'm like, yo, nigga, this is the first time I played this. That's not supposed to happen.
Good team.
Well, I had banked 47 motes, and the next person,
Jesus,
yeah, I banked 47, and the person next to me on my team only banked like 10.
Because were they getting invader killed?
I don't know what the hell they were doing. We lost. I don't know how the game works. All I know is I was banking motes, sending little people over to the other side, and I didn't know you don't actually see the other team.
No, not unless they invade.
Yeah. So. I took out one invader in the last round. I'm like, oh, he's red, and he didn't see me coming, so I killed him. And then I don't know. I don't understand it. I have no clue how the fuck that shit works.
No,
all I know is that I was banking shit and we lost.
You do understand it. You were doing what you were supposed to do. It's just that the rest of your team figured they were playing Call of Duty or some shit, and they just decided to not participate. Like, that's what you do. You kill enemies, you bank. You have to bank at more than the other team to get a boss to spawn. You got to burn the boss, and then if you burn your boss before the other team burns their boss, you win.
Oh, is that how it works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you and just like somebody invaded you, you can invade somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know how to invade. How do you invade?
You get the portal spawns when you get to 25 motes on your team, when you get to 50, and then it spawns regularly once the other team spawn their boss. You can go over like every 30 seconds or so.
Oh, okay. And then if you go over to the other team and you can take out the team, what does that do?
So if it's before the boss spawns, if you kill the team, then they'll drop the however many motes they're carrying. And they'll disappear. So like, and when you go over there, it shows you next to their screen name how many motes they're carrying, so you can target the people that have the most. If you kill them while their boss is spawned, it heals their boss. So basically, like every time you get a kill on the opposing team while their boss is out, it'll heal like a fifth of his health, basically. Just instantly comes right back on.
Yeah, my team was fucking garbage, apparently.
It sounds like it. Sounds like they were horrendous.
Yeah, they were terrible, and we just got destroyed. The first match, I thought we were winning, but all of a sudden, like, they were like, your whatever they call it. What do they call it?
Primeval.
Your Primeval is destroyed. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck a Primeval is. I'm just shooting shit. Like that's all I was.
like,
Basically, all I was doing is killing things and banking modes, and that was it.
Yeah, there's different strategies. Like the key with Gambit is you have to pay attention to the little progress bar at the top. And if you see, like, if you get to 25, right, and you see on the other team a lot of gray, that means they're carrying a fuck ton of motes, and it would be a good idea to run over there and invade to try to get them.
Try to kill them. And you're powerful, right? You have like an overshield and all that crazy shit too.
You
right?
do, yeah. If you're the invader, you have an overshield in addition to your regular shield as well. So.
And you could do like every other fucking invader and just take a fusion rifle and shoot them from half a map away.
They fixed that, by the way. You know that, right?
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they nerfed it. It doesn't have the same aim assist that it had before.
Yeah, good. God damn.
I mean, if you can aim with the fucking thing, you can still snipe people from across the map. But
yeah, but some of these people, they're like under a rock, behind a bush, and to the left of a wall, and they're still fucking clipping through shit. Like, come on, man.
So I did that.
Is this auto rifle any good, by the way?
It's just origin story. That's 600 power and tier 10 masterwork. That's literally all it is. So yes, it's good.
I mean, like stat wise, like if it looks like something that I would just burn, that I would just use to infuse a better rifle.
I mean, you can. Again, stat wise, it is identical to Origin Story. Like, so if you liked Origin Story, then it stands to reason that you'll like.
I gotta tell you, Origin Story ain't that good.
Okay, well then, just infuse when you get it. Just infuse it into something that you use. And
is it too late to get?
No, you can get it all during Festival of the Lost, and that's going on for 3 weeks.
All right, I gotta hop back on. God damn it, I gotta hop back on.
Yep, you just have to grind out Haunted Forest. That's all. But the key is you got to do the weekly bounty for Haunted Forest because to have enough materials to get the rifle, you need 120 of these dark fragments, right? And you get at least 5 dark fragments each time you clear the forest. You might get more depending on how deep you make it.
It'd be 4 waves.
Yes, that's not a lot of waves. like my best is 6, and really it should have been 7. And I've heard some people get as far as like 10 or 11.
And is this escalation protocol basically?
No, it's not at all. Actually, it's actually what the Infinite Forest should have been, where it creates like a new area to jump onto, and it's random the enemies that you'll get. And then basically what happens is there's like a progress bar that fills up as you're killing ads. And when it gets to 100%, you get teleported inside a boss chamber where a random boss will spawn, and then you kill the boss, and then it teleports you back to the beginning again. And basically, you keep going, and it lasts for 15 minutes. And then at the end of the 15 minutes, however many waves you clear, that's how many fragments you get. But you get at least 5, even if you don't clear 5 waves, you still get at least 5 fragments.
Can I do this solo?
Yes, you can, because there's matchmaking, so it'll just pair you up with other people, or you can just do it solo if you want to. Period.
No, I didn't know if I needed I didn't know if it was like a raid activity.
No. You don't have to go with the fire team, and it's one of those things you should wear a mask when you go in because the masks have perks that you can upgrade by doing the Infinite Forest.
Yeah, I put the more damage to everything perk on, which I probably should have put it on like the the bosses. But I don't know if you can change that now. You might have to get another mask.
You have to get another mask. Yeah, but the key is, Micah, is that there's bounties that, and Amanda Holiday is the quest giver for this stuff. So she has daily bounties. She has 5 per day. And
you actually, before you continue, you can't get into it without the mask.
Correct. Yeah, you have to do
you have to do the
Festival of the Lost quest line first, which is like 2 missions. It's not anything serious. But so she has daily bounties, and they're usually just like get X kills in the Infinite Forest, get X kills with X weapon in the Infinite Forest, and blah blah blah. But if you get 15 of those done in a week, then you can do the weekly bounty. And besides the 7 masterwork cores, it gives you 40 of the fragments, which is a third of what you need to get the auto rifle. So just by doing 1 weekly bounty, and I probably did, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 runs of the Infinite Forest itself, I was able to get enough fragments to get the weapon. So,
all right. Well, I'm a week behind, so I gotta.
You can if you put the time in, you can do it in a week.
The problem is Red Dead comes out Friday.
That is the problem.
Balls.
That is the problem.
It's Monday. So yeah, I put a lot of work. I put a lot of time into that game, and don't feel like I've gotten anything done.
Well, like I said, you got to 500, which is the biggest hurdle. You gotta beat the campaign for Forsaken, because that gets you into the Dreaming City, and that's where you can get very powerful very quickly.
Did you get your new subclass?
Yeah, I don't like it.
What you get?
I got the arc one for the
Oh yeah,
the warlock. That shit is whack, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got.
I really don't like it, and now I need to figure out how to get a goddamn light, whatever, to
there's
unlock the other two.
It's all.
But I have to finish the.
Yeah, you gotta beat the campaign. So that's the only way to get the
finish that shit.
light.
You don't like the unibeam?
Yeah, that shit is corny, yo. It's not strong enough.
Not a fan of the Kamehameha, because that's basically
that's what it is. I was like, yo, this is very like it. It's decent for bosses, but it's a super. So it takes forever to like load back. Like, nah,
if you get it, there's apparently an exotic that basically, as you do damage with it, it extends the time that it stays out. So apparently, you have to have that to make it viable.
Extends the damage.
No, as you do damage with that super, it extends the duration of it, basically. So as you're killing things, it makes it
like an exotic.
Yeah, that exotic
helmet or something.
Yeah, it's probably arms if I had to guess. Micah, let me tell you something, buddy. Shards of Galnor. I don't think I talked about this last week. Shards of Galnor. Running up against a fucking trash mob and popping your super, and then getting 80% of it back in 3 seconds is fucking amazing. Getting 4 supers in one match of Crucible is fucking amazing. It is the greatest exotic in the game. I love the fucking Shards of Galnor.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw you. I could tell you were ecstatic because
that's the one I wanted too. Like it took me forever, but that's the one I wanted. And now I'm blade barraging the shit out of people, dude. If you snipe 2 people in Crucible with that fucking super, 50% of your super is back. You got your super like a minute later. It's fucking awesome.
That's ridiculous.
I triple capped the team and fucking got like 80% of the fucking super back. Out of control. Out of control. I fucking love that.
I had a warlock build like that in Destiny 1 where I would constantly have my super, and it wasn't even because was that one mode where your super just charged up.
Rumble or Mayhem or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But it was like regular matches. I was able to get my super like 3 times a match the way I had my warlock set up. It was awesome. Now I can only get that shit like once a match.
Yeah, once you do better, you'll start to get 2.
Yeah.
2 is about average.
2 is about what you should be getting it for. As soon as you get it, pop it, do damage, and then you can get it again.
So yeah, that's Destiny. I mean, I haven't done shit, but
it makes me happy that you're here. It's another person to run with. So
yeah, it makes me happy knowing that you are a hypocrite.
That too. That's also ultimately the biggest.
I mean, everyone's a hypocrite.
Yeah, but Micah at least admits his hypocrisy.
Yeah,
but I just admitted it by saying everyone's a hypocrite.
It's true.
Moving on,
including you.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
So that was an extended what we've been playing this week.
And Spider-Man, the ultimate like difficulty. Shit is hard, yo.
Oh yeah, I started that too. I did.
Like, if you don't have a fully powered up Spider-Man, how you gonna take a rocket?
Yeah, I haven't gotten hit by a rocket yet, but them big niggas, yo, 2 shot, like 2 punches, you're dead.
That's it.
Like, I haven't died yet, luckily, but like, yo, them niggas take like 80% of your health. And technically my Spider-Man is probably it caps out at level 50.
Yeah,
I'm probably like level 60.
Right.
And I got like 200 plus health. And yo, those dudes hit you one time, 80% of your health is just gone.
Yeah, 2 rockets, that's it, yo. Like, if somebody over here with a rocket and somebody over here with a rocket and they shoot you, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's a separate save, right? Like when you go to do the expansion, you're not going to have to do it.
It's a new game plus.
Okay.
It's a separate save.
Cool. So they did not wait long for that shit, did they?
I was like, God damn, these niggas. And even the regular dudes hit harder. Good Lord. But yeah, I gotta be. How much are the expansions? Because I didn't get the collective.
All 3 are 25
or 25. Yeah, $10 a piece or 25.
Oh, okay.
So it's one a month. So they'll all be done pretty quick. Bit of housekeeping. Go to youtube.com/denspixels. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell icon. That way you never miss a new episode of this podcast. You never miss when when we're streaming, when we're putting up reviews. I streamed some FIFA 19 earlier this week. You get to see me languish as I gave up a late equalizer in a match that I should have fucking won against some fucking scrub dude in Ultimate Team. And I got to get these other guys on here as well. Terrence, I'm gonna get you the credentials you need to be able to set it up to stream on the YouTube channel, because I feel like that's easier than Twitch. So that's what we're gonna use from now on. TNP Studios. If you're not a premium member, go to denspixels.com/premium. Sign up today for just $5 a month or $50 for the entire year. Gets you access to the entire current and back catalog of all the premium podcasts, including the Area of Grievances, the Men with the Golden Tongues, No Time to Bleed, and the Look Forward Political Show, which posts every single week. Again, just $5 a month to try it out. Over 300 hours of content for you to peruse. Make sure you check that out as well. And then, of course, we are on Spotify. We are on Pocket Casts. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. Whatever podcasting app you use, chances are, if you search for Dense Pixels, you can find us. Make sure you subscribe to the show there as well, and also subscribe to the Nerdpocalypse, Black on Black Cinema, and Coming Distractions if you've not done so yet. New releases this week. There's a small independent title called Red Dead Redemption 2 that is coming out from Rockstar Games on Friday. It's been in development for a while. Hope it's good. My Hero 1's Justice comes out for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Just Dance 2019. It's a sad day, guys. Not releasing on the Nintendo Wii for the first time since its inception.
Wow.
Just coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Nickelodeon Kart Racer coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Paw Patrol on a Roll coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Spin Tires Mud Runners American Wilds coming to PS4 and Xbox One. And then Castlevania Requiem releasing on PS4. This is the downloadable game that gives you Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night. And then finally, Days Gone is the first game to fall from that massive February 22nd release date that is jam-packed. They've decided to delay the game for April 26th, 2019. They said it's to polish the game. We are not stupid.
Right. Hey, come on. When does The Last of Us 2 come out?
Not till maybe 2019. I don't even know if that's guaranteed, because they haven't announced a release date yet.
Okay, because you don't want to be anywhere near that either.
Especially when your game looks like The Last of Us, the first one,
right?
And not all that fun. Like I watched an hour of gameplay of that, like about 5-6 months ago. Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
So there's still Anthem, Metro Exodus, and Crackdown 3 are still scheduled to come out on the February 22nd release date. If any of those three move, which will it be, and why? How could it not be Crackdown 3?
Well,
Crackdown 3 is not coming out.
Right, it's not going to be Crackdown 3 because Crackdown 3 doesn't exist.
Yeah,
that's like saying the Tooth Fairy is going to come out that day.
You know what else is funny? Apparently, from industry folk that have played it, no, Metro Exodus. Apparently, Metro Exodus not looking too hot right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Interesting.
No shit. Hey, gang, goddamn. First of all, it takes place in what, Russia?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look good.
I feel like that would be the only thing going for it, because those games have always looked
like they come from a third world country.
Like they've like, from an aesthetic point, they've always looked pretty good, like graphically.
I don't know. But, it's not very realistic. Where are all the dash cam footage? Because that's what they do in Russia. They keep a bunch of dash cams on their dashboards in their cars, because people like to jump in front of cars and try to catch cases.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, coming soon to America within 3 years, depending on how things are going right now. But
I mean, you just go to East Baltimore. We do that shit all the
time. So yeah, that's all of our new release announcements. Let me turn the baton to Terrence for headlines.
First up, Red Dead Redemption 2 developers are opening up about the work conditions at Rockstar Games. recently they came under attack because their employees worked 100-hour shifts. It was like 162 hours in a week, right?
Yeah. Again, to reiterate from last week's story, Dan Hauser was bragging that he and a couple other guys were working 100-hour work weeks.
So that's crazy. It was just whatever. That's wild to me. Again, they don't get overtime, which apparently they don't. That's, you can suck my dick. I'm not doing that. But I don't give a fuck when the game needs to be released. But again, some of the employees came out in defense of Rockstar. One was this guy. One says, "I haven't worked 100-hour week in my life." Zoe Sams, a tools programmer with Rockstar North, said on Twitter, I'm thanked for any overtime I am asked to do, and it feels like in those circumstances it truly was an unfortunate situation. What?
So basically, Rockstar's HR department said, "Oh, if you'd like to go on, I know we don't normally let you guys tweet about stuff that's going on in the studio. We're
actually,
it's a tight-lipped company.
It's more of you are not allowed to tweet about anything that goes on within these walls."
Right.
So now that they're trying to do damage control, I am volunteering you to go out on Twitter to tell people that this is a good place to work.
Sure.
If anybody tells you, what do you do? What do you say if the teacher asks where you got them marks from? I fell. That's right.
Poor employees.
What's funny though is that a lot of the folks out there were like, "No, we've never worked 100-hour weeks. We normally like work 60-hour weeks." And I'm like, that's not better.
It's still 20 hours.
That's not better. That's still a lot of fucking overtime.
Yes. I mean, again, if you're not getting paid for it, nah, yo. Sorry. Fuck that. So yeah, they let them come out and say, "Hey, we didn't work 100-hour weeks. We love Rockstar in Morse code, tap and help us." They're to fucking pass out from exhaustion. I mean, look, if they like working for the company and they don't mind putting those hours in, whatever.
Here's the problem with it. So, and I've heard this brought up in some other podcasts and other shows. When you have, so it's one thing if Rockstar is like not mandating you to do these like heavy work weeks, and that's all well and good. But when you see Dan Hauser, who's one of the two heads of the studio, and he's fucking grinding out and working 100 hours, how's that going to look if you're like, "I'm punching out on time today, my guy"? Like, even if there's not like a implicit like ask to do that, I feel like that there's some implied, not requirement, but like if you see him working that hard, you're like, "Well, I got to work as hard as the boss is working." You know what I mean?
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, that some people are like,
he's the fucking boss,
right? But I'm saying like some people are like, "Hey,
it's a lot more money than my black ass does."
Right. But some people are like, "Hey, if this guy is this dedicated, I got to be this dedicated too." There's some people that just have that work ethic and have that mindset.
I think Terrence, you would probably, because I understand how you would be like, "What? No." But if I explain it to you this way, maybe it will click. If your boss came and said something to the effect of, "It would behoove you and your career to work an extra 20 hours a week," like that intimidation thing, I totally buy, because they're a huge company and you're a programmer. Like, you are literally a dime a dozen. People want to be where you are right now.
Yeah.
I can totally understand somebody feeling that pressure, especially if your boss comes up and tells you, "Yeah, well, you see what I'm doing? Yeah. You want a job? You better act like me," or some shit like that. So yeah, I just find it amusing, right? Like, I'm looking at this one tweet and I'm reading what's not there, right? Like, this tweet says, "This week my Twitter timeline has been full of guff." First of all, nobody says the word guff, let alone writes it.
I mean, they're over in the UK. They might use guff.
I I've probably been at Rockstar for 6 years, and I've never worked nor asked to work anywhere remotely close to 100 hours a week. Right now, he said he's never been asked to work anywhere remotely close to 100 hours a week, but maybe he's been asked to work 70 hours a week, which is ridiculous. This is a cleverly worded tweet. Look, I just find it amusing. All this will blow over once Friday comes around and everyone has dicks as hard as Lizard Man for when this game comes out, and most will be forgiven. It'll be forgiven by the people that want to play it, and it will not be forgiven by the people that don't give a damn. And Rockstar will rake in a bunch of money, and they will wait another decade before making a game. And then we'll be talking about this all over again.
You think the online component is going to come at the same time as the?
They already said it wasn't.
They already said
It's not. Nope.
No. Yeah, they were like, "No, look, you know what this. You knew what this was."
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'll get it on sale. I'm not excited for this game.
I am excited for it just because I like open world games.
I do too, games. But like this one, I don't know. It's just something. It looks.
I hear rumors that so this story takes place is a prequel.
Yes, a prequel.
And you're playing as this guy named Arthur Morgan. The problem and John Marsden is in it. The problem is that in the first game, the game that comes chronologically after this game, the whole point of it was for John Marsden to hunt down and kill or capture the members of his gang.
Yes.
Nobody mentions Arthur Morgan, which is kind of weird, right?
Probably means he's gonna die.
Probably means he's gonna die. So that's what I hear, right? I hear that he's gonna die, and that eventually. And this is just a loose. This is look at all these rumors. That's how much of a rumor this shit is, right? But I hear that at the end of this game, it will pick up directly where Red Dead 1 does, and then you essentially get a Red Dead 1 remake.
No, there's no fucking way that they would do that. Are you kidding me?
Look, it's just a rumor that somebody somewhere says something about. I don't personally believe it, but what would you think about that if that would have happened?
Is this game 2 discs? Is it really 2 discs?
I haven't. I cannot confirm that yet. My source has not given me confirmation.
If it's 2 discs and it's 2 Blu-ray discs, that's fucking ridiculous. And that's a very real possibility.
Those games are huge anyway, right? And maybe that they're just looking to make it so that if you have limited online access, you can still get the game, right? Because like they're not like they could have done it on one disc, but then you would have had to download a 50 gigabyte file to literally download the rest of the game.
Everywhere I see says it's 2 discs, but they're all going by the Japanese, cover that got leaked. So who knows? We'll find out Friday.
That's interesting. So what if you take over? What if you pick up? Like, what if like 2/3 of the way through the game he dies, and you pick up as John Marsden?
I mean, I like John.
Everyone loves John Marsden. I was about to say.
I don't know. Arthur Morgan.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Arthur Morgan. Who the fuck is this guy?
But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But so yeah, apparently they had no issues working 100-hour work weeks over there at Rockstar.
Yeah, and they were told that they better say that shit.
Next up, Epic Games is taking 2 YouTubers to federal court over a Fortnite hack or hacks. The 2 YouTubers said that these hacks gave them magical powers in the game. And essentially that sounds like a cheat. A hack.
Not only that, but they were selling the cheats to other folks for as much as $300.
Yo,
that's why
real
I
talk.
don't want to jail.
Real talk. If you charge $300 for a hack and someone buys it, yo,
Good on you.
give me. I want your job to have $300 worth of disposable income to fucking spend on a fucking hack on a game.
Terrence,
Because
I
that's
don't, think,
offensive.
I don't think you realize how much these kids out here are spending on this fucking Fortnite.
Yo, who's these kids' parents, yo?
Enablers. That's who they are.
Because I don't get it. My parents ain't had no. Yeah, I could only imagine.
So for those that don't play Fortnite, and I imagine there's probably a few people listening that don't. Imagine if let's just use Destiny 2 as the comparison. So imagine if that armor in Destiny 2 had no tangible benefit to the gameplay. All it was something pretty for you to look at.
Yeah.
But instead of earning this armor in the game, you could buy it for $10 a piece. These armor sets, just so that you can look so that your character can look in a way that is aesthetically pleasing to you.
That you can't see because it's a first-person shooter.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Fortnite's third person, so
Fortnite's third person.
So you can see your dude.
See him in like the hubs.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's
If it was Destiny. Yeah, that's basically what this is. But it's free.
So horse armor.
essentially sure.
$5 horse armor.
I think it was
$5.
$10. I think it was $10.
$10 for some horse. Wow. Yo, this is insanity. So yeah, they sued them dudes like, nah, fuck out of here. First of all, like what are the magical powers that this hack gave them? What was it? Brandon Lucas, operator of the Golden Mods YouTube channel, and Colton. Brandon Lucas and Colton Conter. Wow. You can tell them motherfuckers are white. Host of Eccentric are named in the compliant filed. God, I cannot read. I hate these weird ass names. Are named in the complaint filed October 10th in federal court in North Carolina, where Epic Games is based. The lawsuit says both promoted hacks that gave players magical powers and laughed about the unfair competitive advantages they got in the popular battle royale shooter, which also deals in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Call of Duty modding. Okay, he got 1.7 million subscribers. Conters has 7,000. Wow. That's a big difference. The lawsuit mentions that Epic at first issued copyright complaints against both YouTubers who have videos stricken from their channel. Lucas also references the takedowns in this video from September 22nd. So yeah, they were basically charging people for hacks, and they're being sued for it because they were charging people a lot of money.
And in his video, he said that they were singling him out because of the size of his channel, because he was just doing the same thing other people were doing anyway. And to him, I say, yeah, you're right.
Yo, what are you, 5? Well, they did it. That's why I did it.
He's saying everyone's doing it, but they're making an example out of me. And I was like,
yeah, because you almost have 2 million subscribers, right?
I was like, if you're gonna shoot your shot, you're gonna fucking shoot it against the biggest fish to make an example of him for all the other fish.
There you go.
So, good. Protect your fucking game. I have no problem with this whatsoever.
No.
Especially for a game that is entirely an experience played with other people. So if you're cheating or hacking and doing some bullshit, you are ruining the experience for other people.
Go to jail. I don't like cheaters on online game show. I really don't. That shit drives me crazy. And he was charging people, and people were paying for it. Somebody actually bought that for $300. It says as much as $300. It didn't say anybody purchased it.
I guarantee you that if it was out there, somebody bought it. Guaranteed.
Yeah, he wouldn't have charged $300 if somebody wasn't willing to pay $300.
It makes me sad. Yeah. It really does. The fact that you got $300 to throw on a cheat code. That's insane. Wow. It's okay. I'm done. It's just making me angry. Next up, Jade Raymond is leaving EA Games.
What did Jade Raymond do at EA Games? She's been there for 3 years. I have no idea what she was. I mean, I guess like apparently the studio that she was setting up.
Studio.
Yeah, well, it's one of the studios that's in their So they were the studio that one of the studios heavily involved in that Visceral game, Star Wars game. They also helped out a lot with Battlefront 2.
Okay.
And I guess
So why is she leaving?
Like, I'm gonna leave. It doesn't.
He announced that Jade Raymond had head of Motive Studio, head of its Motive Studio. Yes, she just left. What will now be overseen by Samantha Ryan? Also, another woman picked it up. A woman who runs their EA's mobile Maxis and BioWare studios. Huh. In her time with us, Jade helped to build great teams, and our projects underway at Motive and other studios continued unchanged. You didn't. Ain't nothing come out. Like, what the fuck?
She didn't do anything.
Like, she put a framework into place.
She sure did sit in office, and I'm not trying to insinuate that Jade Raymond didn't do anything, but it's like this announcement.
Like, if she did, we don't know.
Right? Like, this announcement came, and I was like, okay, like what did Jade Raymond accomplish at EA?
She founded Motive Studios, I guess.
we sure did help all these other studios make their games that came out. So
yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and that's it.
And the canceled Visceral Star Wars game.
Yeah.
So
good for her.
I mean, hope she finds I hope she gets to do whatever she wants to do. I remember when the original Assassin's Creed came out and everyone found out that, the super producer was a woman. And the internet does what the internet did. Or did what it does, and they treated this woman like crap. So,
did they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They really, really did, and it was ridiculous. So look, I hope she gets to do whatever she wants to do.
Next up, Sean Bean's gonna die in something else. I mean, that's what he always does.
Many times.
Sean Bean will be killed off again, this time as Hitman 2's first exclusive target. That's pretty goddamn funny, actually. Like, he's self-aware. Yeah, that's it. Like, you get to kill Sean Bean in Hitman 2.
I would love it if it actually is Sean Bean. Like the actual mark like in the game is Sean Bean the actor.
Well, actually, Micah, it's funny that you mentioned this because his character in the game. So it's not Sean Bean. It's gonna be his character, but his character is known for being a guy who is able to elaborately fake his own death.
Okay, like Alex Trevelyan. Goddamn. Oh man. That's funny.
So
I hope his character's name is Scene Bean. That's how it's pronounced. It's spelled like scene, so I'm gonna call him Scene. Is Sean Bean Irish?
I don't. That's a good question.
I'm gonna look up
because he has played Irish before in Patriot games.
If he is Irish, I will accept that. No. I'm looking at his Wikipedia. His name is Sean Mark Bean, SHAUN Bean, known professionally as Scene Bean. Fuck you, Scene Bean. You're Scene Bean forever. You're not Irish. You're from Yorkshire. Fuck you.
5 wives.
Man, too.
I hope so. I would love to be able to kill Scene Bean in Hitman 2, but it would devolve into me just running up, shooting him in the face, and then running away because I'm terrible at those games.
Yeah, that's how it always devolves. Like was it Hitman 2? It was like Hitman 2 or 3. I was able to get through that game without killing anyone but the marks. Shit is not easy, yo.
Nah.
Sometimes you just want to just run through the entire level and just murder everybody, even the innocent bystanders. Your score sucks, but whatever. You're in the way.
Job done.
Not much of a hitman. You're just a fucking serial killer at that point. Right? It's kind of ridiculous. And last story for headlines. This is
Your initial reaction to the headline is exactly what I was going for by putting.
Wow. Am I reading this correctly?
You are.
So there's going to be
exactly
a Devil May Cry 5 Ultra Limited Edition, where you can actually purchase Dante's coat, and it costs 600,000 yen. That's 4,000. What is that?
Oh no, you're looking at that's
the
the
third character's coat. That's the third banana. You see, they're going from.
Fuck is that? Oh no! Oh, okay. Oh, so this is the third character. Some nigga we don't even know who the fuck his name is. This is 600,000. I don't know what is this. What is this? 4,000. What is that?
That's British pounds sterling. It translates to about $5,300 US.
Okay, that's 50. That's about $5,300. Wow, that's a lot of money for a fucking jacket of a nigga that we don't know.
Yeah,
cool. First of all, that's not a $5,000 jacket. Fuck off. Then you can get Nero's jacket. That's 750,000 yen, or around 5,000 pounds.
That's probably about
6,700.
6,700 US.
It's 6,500. Just under 6,500.
Close.
And then the coup de grace, you can get Dante's coat for 900,000 yen, which just seems obscene to me. Or 6,100 pounds, which translate to what? $7,900 for a jacket.
So look, if you aspiring cosplayers out there want to step your DMC game up, you better up your Patreon subscriber tiers, because you're gonna need it.
You're gonna eat $8,000 for a jacket.
There you go, Demetrius. Demetrius, known for not going half-assed, he is he goes full ass. That is his line. He goes full ass. So there you go. If you get this $8,000 jacket, you, sir, are a full ass.
That's insane. It doesn't even. There's
no way that coat can.
There's no fucking way.
Price.
That coat is $100.
It's a leather trench coat with some buckles and shit on it.
Yeah, I can go to Burlington Coat Factory at Arundel Mills and get a nice leather jacket, champagne colored, for $59.99. If you just want it for cosplay purposes, that's all you really need.
You can spray paint it dark red if you want to.
Yeah.
And now you're Dante.
What are you?
$8,000, yo.
Oh, are you guys excited for Devil May Cry? I pre-ordered it.
I'm picking it up. Yeah.
I
played all of
them. Can I ask you a question? Why does Nero look like Cody Rhodes?
I don't know. I don't like the character design.
I don't like his haircut, man.
Yeah,
he looks like a totally different person. I didn't know who he was when I first saw the thing.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, who the fuck is that? And it was like, that's Nero. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not, yo. It's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, he does look like Cody Rhodes. And even Dante looks Dante looks like an old Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He looked like Tom Cruise in fucking Devil May Cry 4, actually. Yeah, I'm excited for the game, but I can't imagine someone's going to purchase this fucking $8,000.
Oh, somebody is.
Somebody will.
Somebody is.
Somebody will, just to say that they did it.
I'm pretty sure they're only going to make one of each. Like, I can't imagine that this is something that's going to be mass produced.
Just replica clothes. I can't imagine the actual jacket itself. Well, it's a replica. It's a fucking video game. Like, it's not like this one particular. Shut up, Capcom. Like, look, y'all are coming back into people's good graces, but this is offensive.
Well,
like, this shit is outrageous.
I look forward to playing Wallet May Cry 5.
I can't believe that shit ain't gonna be in it. Yo, it's not possible, right? They're gonna drop the price, right?
No, like Brad said.
What is wrong with you people?
Like Brad said, they'll make one of each, and somebody will buy the one. And quite frankly, if they make one of each, they could charge more.
That's true. They could, but I mean, they are charging $8,000 for a fucking $300 code. So I mean,
Right.
how much more markup do you really want? I mean,
Does it come with his sword at least?
No, it's a coat. If it were me doing it, you would get the coat in like a bag, and then the game would be like in the pocket of the coat, like that. That would be the collector's box that it comes in. So, well, listen,
Same.
I don't think that they're gonna put this super cool coat, $8,000 coat edition on Amazon. But what you can do is you can go to densepixels.com/Amazon, and you can buy Devil May Cry 5 from there, and then you can buy a separate red leather trench coat from there. And then you could kind of make like the fucking half-assed Dante cosplay coat. And it'll probably cost you a lot less than the $8,000, I would have to imagine. Plus, you also help support your favorite video game podcast because we get a small percentage of the sale. And that goes towards stuff that we use to keep the lights on. So again, densepixels.com/Amazon. Buy your leather trench coats, buy your Devil May Cry 5s, and help your favorite video game podcast out a little bit. So we have no top stories. We do have question of the week. I like this Dense Pixels post office thing. I think this is going to continue to be something that we go with for most question of the weeks. So I will let these guys pull up the Facebook posts where we asked you guys to give us your video game related questions. They will each pick one that the group can answer. But while you guys are searching that, I will actually go to last week's question of the week because Justin, our buddy Justin, posted a very late question. I thought it was a good question. So that's going to be my question this week. He says, calling back to an earlier discussion in the fan group, what does the term hardcore gamer mean to you?
Nothing. Like,
nothing at all?
No, well, it has a certain stigma about it, but the people that I think call themselves hardcore gamers are like the people that call themselves nice guys. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to call yourself a nice guy, yeah, you're not a nice guy. Like I wouldn't necessarily call myself a hardcore gamer because then that has the connotation. All right, well, if there's a hardcore gamer, then there must be a softcore gamer. And then what are softcore games? They're not the ones that you see on Skinamax. No, they're mobile games, right? And then people look down their nose at them, right? Like, nah, yo. Like, if you enjoy playing games, like, you're a gamer, yo. Like, there's just, yeah, sure, there are different degrees to this hobby, but like, I never see anybody say that, you know, I'm a hardcore. Well, I guess they do for sports, but
see, it's interesting that you go with that. You define it by the quality of the game because I define it by the amount of time spent gaming. Like, to me, a hardcore gamer is someone who spends a huge chunk of time playing video games, and it doesn't matter what the game is. Like, my wife has put, I'm embarrassed to say, like 70 hours into fucking Stardew Valley in the last month or so, ever since I turned her on to it. But she's playing Stardew Valley like hardcore. Like, that to me is what it means. Like, if you're sitting there playing, like, I'm a hardcore Destiny 2 player. I fucking put in damn near 300 hours in that shit in a year, which is a lot for me. So to me, like, it's for me, it's a description based on the frequency with which you play games and not necessarily the type of games that you play.
What do you think, Terrence?
Younger me would have said, like, if all you play is like Call of Duty and Madden, then I don't consider you a hardcore gamer. But as I've gotten older, like, if that's all you play, but you put, like, I was actually going to say exactly what Brad said, the amount of time you put into it. If those games are the only games you play, but you put like hundreds of hours into them, who am I to say that you're not a quote unquote hardcore gamer? Like, that's what you do. I judge you by the games that you play. I mean, there are a plethora of other games you could be playing besides those two. But I mean, hey, if that's what you grew up playing and that's all you play, you don't like playing fighters, you don't like RPGs, action games, that expands your mind. But if you put thousands of hours into Madden to the point where you can actually play it in a tournament, yeah, you're pretty fucking hardcore.
I don't know.
I don't have the skill to play anything in a tournament setting to win money. Like I could probably do well in like pools, but nah. People that play mobile games, look, I can't play video games on my phone. I can't do it. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you're able to do it, good for you. I just can't. I need a controller in my hand. I do. So yeah, I mean, everyone plays games now, right? My mother's a hardcore gamer because she plays fucking Words with Friends on her phone constantly. She's put a lot of time into that game. But that's just Scrabble, right? I don't know. Everyone has their thing. Everyone plays games. Everybody does. But again, it depends on the amount of time that you put into it. Like apparently I put 20 hours and 43 minutes into fucking Destiny in the span of 3 days. So whatever.
I think my mindset comes from the you ain't a real nigga type definition. You know what I mean? Like that's what I.
That's why I said younger me. That's would have been my definition. But now I'm like I don't care anymore. But like whatever.
Yeah, like
But like the real nigga thing is all stereotypical shit that black people should be doing. Yeah, and that's not.
It's like saying you're not a real gamer. Like, look, rich gamer, poor gamer, broke nigga, broke gamer, rich gamer. Like, you're still a gamer.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, whenever I hear the term hardcore, that's just well, you're not a real. I hear you're not a real gamer. Like, and same thing with women. Like, people label women like that.
Like, who would you play? Like,
right. Like, stop nerd checking women. Like, they play games. If you play The Sims, guess what? You a gamer. If you play Street Fighter, guess what? You a gamer. Like, So I don't know. That was my thought process.
What is that? 2 questions. Question 1: with Resident Evil 2 remake coming out in January, are you excited? And are you going to play it with the lights on or all lights off? And all lights off. That's the only way to play. And question 2: do you believe Shenmue? No. I don't think that's going to be a good game. Shenmue 3 is going to be a good game, or is it going to end being a cult classic in the future?
And that's
the other two.
That's from Chris.
That's from Chris. Yeah. First question: lights off.
Oh, lights on. Are you kidding me? I'm a pussy.
Fuck out of here, yo! Come on, man. That just like it's like playing Dead Space with the lights on. What the fuck?
I didn't play Dead Space. Period. At all. Come on, Terrence. You know what this is.
Nah, lights on, radio on, faucet on, with company.
Nah, lights got to be off. Got to be immersed, man. I guess that game looks pretty wild. Like I played the original ones. Like I played the original Silent Hill with the light. Like I would wait till night to play those games. Atmospheric, you know. And question number 2. Nah, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be if it comes out at all.
I think it'll
like 20 years, yo. Like I don't think it'll be a cult classic. Some people will like it just because it's the 3rd one, and they finally get to possibly defeat Line D if that's the storyline. But overall, nah, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be good. To be honest with you, I don't think it is.
For Shenmue, I think it'll be competent. I don't think it'll sell well. I think it's past its prime. I think other games produced by the same company do Shenmue way better. Yakuza, and apparently Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, they just need to do shit. They just need to do Shenmue 3. What's the name of that company? I forgot. Whatever. Them niggas. Like they have mastered the formula.
Yeah, but I think it'll have its. I think it'll be a cult classic at best.
I mean, so if you just go by the Kickstarter backers, remember they had a little less than 70,000 people back it, which sounds like a lot of people, but in the realm of video games, that is not a lot of people.
No.
And I honestly can't see. So like you had 70,000 people that were like hardcore enough about Shenmue to be like, I have to give them money in advance to make sure this game happens. I don't know. Like, do you think there's 500,000 other?
No,
right? Like, do you think there's 500,000 Shenmue fans out there that are like, oh, I can't wait for Shenmue 3? No, I'm pretty sure that if you cared that much, you'd have backed the fucking Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not gonna sell well. And I don't think it's gonna be that good. I think it's past its prime, honestly. And that was like 15 years ago. So yeah. I just don't care enough to even like. When is this supposed to be coming out? Next year?
I mean,
2020.
If we're lucky, it'll come out next year.
Whatever. That shit ain't coming out.
No.
Much like Death Stranding.
I'm gonna pick. We did Trey's last week, I think. So I'm gonna pick Carl. Choose the best from these video game peripherals. The NES Power Glove, the NES Zapper Light Gun, the Wii Balance Board, the Guitar Hero guitars. I will lump in all plastic instruments with that. The N64 Rumble Pack and VR headsets. And he asks if there were any others that he may have missed.
I mean, so obviously we're going. I mean, I'm not sure what the theme is here, except unless we're just naming random peripherals. You could put Rob the Robot into the mix.
Yeah.
You could put the Super Scope into the mix, even though that's just an upgraded version of the Zapper.
Not that good either.
No, it wasn't.
I had the Super Scope. I think
I did too.
Do you want?
What was the Super Scope? Was that for the Genesis or
no? That was Super NES.
Oh, what the hell was for the Genesis? What was that thing called?
Did Genesis even have one?
I had it. I don't remember what it was called.
We could lump the Time Crisis pistols into the mix on this one.
All right. I mean, at least the Time Crisis pistols look like, something badass, right? Like they look like
even though they were like orange, like hot blue.
Yeah. But they look like something
and like hot orange or whatever.
They look like something Judge Dredd would use. You know what I mean? Like the light gun zapper. I mean, look, I did like every black youth that had an NES. I took my zapper and I ripped the cord out of it and I pretended it was a real gun and we would just play around with that because this is why black people can't have nothing.
I mean, look, the Guitar Hero instruments were at least perfectly functional.
Yeah, but I hated them though, man. I hated them.
You hate them for different reasons than people hate them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was at GameStop when this whole craze came and went, and it came and stayed and stayed and stayed, and then went. And I hated them because they just took up space. They took up space in the back. They took up space on the floor. Nobody bought them, but we had to sell them. Fuck them at plastic instruments. Does a real guitar count since Rock Smith or whatever?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
There's an omission on here. You mentioned the N64 Rumble Pack. You did not mention the N64 controller pack, which you used to need to save game progress for certain Nintendo 64 games. And if you wanted to switch between saving your game and having a Rumble controller, you had to switch that shit out on the fly, which was dumb.
Oh, right. You had, wait, what?
Yeah.
The actual memory?
Yeah, they used to sell memory cards for the N64 that plugged into the same slot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right.
And they would sit flush with the opening. The Rumble Pack is also dumb because that thing was humongous for no reason.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. And it required separate batteries. Also.
But was that the precursor for like Rumble in controllers?
No, I feel like that
PlayStation didn't have it.
When did the DualShock debut? Let's find that out.
I think PlayStation 2.
No, it came out. The DualShock came out for PlayStation 1. I just don't remember what year.
Yeah, I remember it came out for PlayStation 1. I just don't remember if it had Rumble in it. I had every single one of these. I had every single one of these accessories, and I had the power pad. And I remember cheating in track and field.
Yeah.
I remember cheating in track and field by jumping off the power pad
With a long jump. I did the same thing over a friend's house.
So the DualShock controller debuted in November 1997. The Rumble Pack did precede it by about 3 months.
All right, so I guess points for innovation, right?
I mean, is it more innovative to do it, or is it more innovative to figure out how to put the fucker in the controller so you don't have a giant fucking pack hanging from your controller like it's a scrotum or something?
I think it is innovative to have the N64 ball sack controller, but I think it is more innovative to I think it's more innovative to come up with the idea, and then once you come up with the idea, then you refine it, because the Rumble in controllers hasn't really done, like, there hasn't been any leaps in technology for Rumble in controllers, I guess, unless you want to count the ice cubes and the Switch controllers or whatever bullshit they said that was.
Wow, that really is like the most innovation that's happened in Rumble in 20 years.
Yeah, because the only thing you did, it shakes.
Right.
And I don't like that shit.
And I turn it off.
Or fighting games. I know that fucks me up.
Oh, Terrence, you've never experienced the rumble of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controller. It is something to behold. Let me tell you, because that
I don't know if you're being fucking facetious.
No. So have you ever played the board game or card game Taboo?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know how, like, you have the buzzer that comes with Taboo. Like, when someone says a taboo word, you have to buzz them, right?
Yeah.
That's what it fucking sounds like with the Joy-Cons rumble. I shit you not.
That's not fun. I don't need to hear the goddamn
Micah, am I
while
lying
I'm
or am I
playing the
not?
game.
You are not lying.
So,
shit is funny, man.
So,
like, that sounds like a distraction.
It's very distracting sometimes when you're playing and it's like beep beep, and you're like, what the fuck?
So
why are you making an audible sound, fucking Joy-Con? What are you doing?
But is the Nintendo for hardware peripheral accessories, like, is the Rumble Pack the most, like, the best thing that Nintendo has contributed, because everyone has it now? Nobody has a power glove anymore. Like, they don't do power gloves. They put a scale. What fat ass gamer wants to have a scale to remind them of how fat they are while they're sitting around playing Zelda? Nobody, right? I mean, light guns were a craze for a while, but we don't have light gun games at home anymore.
Yeah.
Virtual Boy was the precursor to the VR that you see for home console use, right? But even then, it took a while for it to kind of develop, and then even then, it's not like a staple. So is Rumble like the greatest Nintendo peripheral?
I mean certainly the most useful.
Is it though?
Of all like their side peripherals, yes, probably. Nintendo's come out with a lot of bullshit, dude, over the years.
Yeah, like cardboard.
How did that thing work out? Is that
exactly? Fucking cardboard. Yeah, it's out. It's been out for a while.
Oh,
it's been out for like 6 months.
Yeah. You don't hear about it because don't nobody want to play with trash. And that's not me just calling shit trash because that's what the internet does. Like, no, it's literally trash.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking, like, what is it called? What now?
Labo.
Wow.
They spelled cardboard box wrong.
So I guess
Rumble. Yeah.
We've determined the Rumble Pack is the most influential peripheral, like weird peripheral of all time.
There you go. And I only use it for like action and adventure games because of everything else where I have to actually have precision. I don't need my goddamn controller rumbling when I'm trying to do shit.
I don't know why they put it in shooters, right? Like, it's bad enough.
You feel it.
Bad enough I can barely aim as it is. If I got a bead on somebody and somebody fucking shoots me, I don't want to. Oh shit! And then my fucking hands go. Look, I suck at games. I get it. Leave me alone. That's why I don't play with y'all. Oh, fuck us.
Well, we're gonna leave it there. That's our show for this week. Don't forget to go to densepixels.com/fans to join our Facebook group. Lots of fun conversation happening there every day. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review on iTunes. We read those on the air. Make sure you follow us on social media. Just search out for Dense Pixels. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Look, we're still kicking around on Twitch as well. We have the main Dense Pixels channel. I'm Dense Pixels Brad. Terrence is Apparition 410. Micah is Dense Black Nerd. And Carrie is Summits Carrie. And speaking of Carrie, it is the last week before Extra Life for her stream because she's doing it a week early. So her stream is on October 27th. She'll be streaming all day on Twitch. And she has met her goal of $500. But if you still like to contribute to her Extra Life drive, you can look for the details of that in the fan group on Facebook. So contribute if you can. We would certainly appreciate it. That is it for us this week. We will see you all the next time.
See you. Take it easy.
You're watching the Dense Pixels YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button while you're here and make sure you check out our weekly podcast where we discuss the latest gaming news and our impressions on what games we've been playing.